So I'm ready to go. As long as the engine starts up and everything looks good. Stopped bending all the way over to lift this up. Started lifting it with my leg strength because gasoline in the engine, of course, if I go flat on the side, that gasoline has the potential to come out. And I noticed that I was smelling gasoline, although I never saw any spill. I was smelling it. So I thought, well, that makes sense. I'll just start standing up more straight, and that way I'll have less of an issue. So the straps are all laid out correctly, and I'm getting them hooked up right now. You can see that. I'll move the camera and I'll move it back up here in a minute, but everything looks pretty good, and I'll move that camera back up and let's see how it looks. Pulling the choke, grabbing the engine, pull start, and the throttle, and I'm about ready. Here we go. Started right up for me. About to run the engine up, make sure it's good. Here we go, running the engine up. Feels pretty good. Everything looks good. Hoping that I have a good takeoff. Air looks like it's just about dead right now, so we're ready to go. Hopefully I won't snag on anything, and here goes. And I had a false takeoff, so you were here to witness that. Not quite sure why. Maybe I was going in the wrong direction for the wind, so I'll have to reset up. And didn't get tangled in anything. That's a good thing. So okay, so it turns out that the reason I failed to launch is because I couldn't see the flag down there, and the wind had switched direction pretty significantly. So that's what that is, and I guess I got to check that more carefully when I'm about to get ready to go. Hopefully this time I'll be all right. All right, so here we go. I think everything's all right. I'm hoping she comes up all right. I don't have much wind, but I'm gonna run real hard. Here we go. So I had a successful takeoff, and now I'm traveling over to where I want to take some good GoPro footage. And so I've sped up the video to ×4 for this little trip over there. Unfortunately, when I got there, I fooled with the camera in order to take a look at my wing. I was happy when I looked at my wing, but when I did, I readjusted the GoPro and I brought it back too far down. It was too low and it was no longer showing the horizon. So the neat things that I was looking at, which was a construction site, didn't get video, and that's kind of a bummer. But as I come around here now, as we transition, here's where I looked up at my wing. I'm happy that my wing is as stable as it is. There's a little bit of turbulence in the air, and I'm kind of impressed that the wing is just kind of lying up there real steady. But then I look over to my left and I see my riser is twisted. I thought I had put it on correctly, but apparently I had not. And I did hook it up. You'll hear me in a minute as I landed on the ground thinking that I had not, that I hooked it up ahead of time before I actually got into the frame and the engine. But that isn't so. I actually hooked it up correctly, but I had not turned it correctly when I laid it down. So when I picked it up, obviously I had to run around halfway at 180 degrees, and so the risers were backwards. So about to land, and that's where we're at right now. Okay, so what I just learned was I've landed over here by the Baptist Mission Center and the eye doctor there. And what I just learned was there's a reason that you hook up to the risers while you're in the thing facing in the right direction. I had my left riser turned, and while it functioned good and I flew for quite a ways without even knowing it, when I looked up to check out the wing and the risers, I saw that it was twisted, and so that was my big mistake. I was not very smart on my part. So here we go, gonna try it again.